Let's begin with your New England Patriots. Calvin Anderson spoke after practice yesterday and talked about the kind of culture that Jerod Mayo is creating and how maybe it's different than cultures of the past.
He puts an emphasis on relationship, and I think that helps the team culture. I don't know how other head coaches are, but Mayo walks around knowing his guys. So you walk around and you feel like you have a personal relationship with him. It makes it so much easier to buy in, obviously, when we're on the field. You can feel him when he's walking through. And when you have a coach that prioritizes that relationship part, which gets lost in business, it brings you back to why we love to play this game, which is the team aspect of playing football. And so it's much easier to play as a team when you have that relationship part, and he emphasizes that, which I think everybody is much better for.
Okay. So did Bill not know everybody's name, or
that's cannot be? Bill Belichick knew our names,
right?
So, unfortunately,
did he?
Yes, he used it whenever he was upset. He would use our names.
Yeah, but did Bears have to remind him every time he walked in?
No, I
don't like to think that way, Scheim. But
I think the angst with Bill towards Courtney was more Jordan-based than anything else.
Yeah.
But I this stuff is fine, and it's whatever. None of this matters if the team stinks. Like, Pete Carroll, was there ever a bigger rah-rah guy than Pete Carroll?
Good morning, Greg.
Who came in and right? I mean, he was like a cheerleader walking around, but he got fired because the team wasn't good.
Listen, isn't it what today's player wants?
It's also what Robert Kraft used to talk to Arthur Blank about how nobody knew Bill. Bill was standoffish. Like, I think that the new generation requires some touchy-feely from even their football coach.
Everywhere, you mean, and not only in football, but in every workplace. Is it more important to today's young football player to win a Super Bowl or to be playing in a place where the vibe is great and there's no pressure? It is?
Yeah, because look like Wiggy, I wish you were here.
How wild is that?
I don't know, but I wish Wiggy were here every day, but specifically on this topic. Because when Wiggy went to Georgia, he wasn't the number one recruit, but he was, a Division I scholarship athlete in the SEC. In that generation, even when I was in school, there wasn't the NIL. There wasn't this, insane, Courtney, would you agree, the last 10 years, every facility has been, one-upping each other.
Yes.
The LSU one, everybody's got, a game system.
Yeah,
and
Clemson has, a slide in the middle of it. It's nonsense.
It's things the athletes, a celebrity in college has grown exponentially, and they have been, now these guys are coming into the league with NIL deals. Yeah. So there's not the hard-ass approach really is something that is foreign to the vast majority of these guys.
I mean, my guess is that Bill Belichick knew everybody's name, and it was the way in which he would express those names that was bothersome to somebody like Calvin Anderson, as opposed to the way Jerod Mayo is saying his name.
He may have given them a bit of a nickname at times.
Yes, or it may have been in a louder voice or something, and we know how anxious that can make some.
But I would also say for Calvin Anderson and others to go listen to people like Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski, or Tom, people that had issues with Bill when they played for him, but overwhelmingly the people that have stopped playing for Bill express deep gratitude for how he coached.
Yeah.
Because it was hard in the moment, but it brought the best out of them.
This is Tony from Rhode Island. What's up, Tony?
Hey, guys. How you guys doing this morning?
What's going on?
I just wanted to give Courtney her flowers. You, Greg, you're a triple OG. You're a veteran. So is Curtis. And at first, I wasn't a huge fan of Courtney, but I just want to say that she won me over. She's held it on her own. And for her to keep doing her thing, you know what I'm saying? She's been there, and I just want to give her a little bit of advice. Don't let the trolls get to you, because I used to be a troll, and deep down inside, all the people that troll you, they just haven't admitted it yet, but they actually like you, they love you. And the show would not be the same without you.
Oh, yay.
That's so nice. She would prefer actual flowers, not the virtual
I'll always
flowers.
take those. But thank you, Tony. It's like my whole family's called it.
I know. Your turn, Dad.
All right, what's next, Scheim?
Next, we'll stay with the Patriots here. After camp yesterday, Keon White actually spoke with Gresh and Fourier, and Gresh asked a long-winded question, but Keon's answers were the best part of this.
What were some of the D-line points of emphasis that you tried to work on this offseason? Everybody wants to get better, but were there a couple of things in particular that you really honed in on?
Definitely. So Nothing physically. I think I've shown that I can play out here physically, but for more so, just the awareness and mental and being able to anticipate blocks, understand offenses, and understand what they're trying to do based off of sets, alignments, and things like that.
So were you in the simulator, or was this all kind of mental stuff, film watching?
Now you just kind of like lock yourself in a dark room and just learn the so.
Lock yourself. Do they have any dark rooms in the stadium right now where you can do that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good.
They got a Belichick dungeon for sure.
Oh, wait a minute. Jeez. He brought up Bill Belichick.
Yep.
So wait, it's the Bill Belichick dungeon. So is he conducting himself in the way that Bill taught him how to conduct himself in the offseason to get ready?
Seems like he might be.
Wow. Okay.
But all of these,
He hasn't been told that you can't mention Bill's name down there yet.
Jerod Mayo's entire football life is Belichick. He was drafted by Belichick, played for Belichick, came out of the private sector at Belichick's request to be a coach. I mean, it would be odd if there weren't elements. Like the people that are trying to hate on Mayo, which I would say you're not, but Gresh definitely, are in a way going to be, like, if Mayo's successful, it's good for Bill Belichick in a way. It's finally a branch that's been successful off his coaching tree.
I don't think anybody's hating on Mayo. I just think the jury is out on whether that approach is going to work here with this Patriots team.
But I think the jury's out. We know the jury that Bill can't coach this team successfully the way this team is currently
He
built.
coached this team successfully for 20-plus years.
Right.
He's the most successful ever to do it.
Yeah.
But
stop
this
with that.
team, he hasn't been successful with
This roster, as it was composed
for 5
and
years.
He made the playoffs 3 years ago. I mean, that's in a lot of
Once in
cities,
5
that's-
years?
Huh?
Once in 5 years?
Yeah. I mean, yes. I mean, you can't sustained. Did you expect that they were going to win a Super Bowl every single season?
This is-
every
No,
year,
but it's
over and
is
over
it
and
too much
over
to
again?
expect to be in the playoffs more
How
consistently
soon
than
do you think
20%?
When do you think Jerod Mayo wins the Super Bowl? What's your guess?
Because of Drake May, probably 2027.
Okay, I love that bold prediction.
I mean,
So
It's more
3
Drake
years-
May than the coach, but
So
you know.
3 years from now, you have this team winning the
Yeah,
Super
3-4
Bowl.
years, 27, 28, something like that.
Okay.
I would
All
also
right.
say last year at this time, almost exactly, Bill Belichick told me that the Rams and the Bucks sold their souls with spending, and that's why the Patriots had to have this long, sustained rebuild, and then the Bucks won a playoff game. The Rams made the playoffs.
Yeah.
But Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time, but I know that he can't succeed with this team. Would be the 5th year. They have gotten progressively worse the last 2, and for whatever reason, it just wasn't working. Jerod Mayo may fail too. I have no idea, but if he does, he'll just be what Belichick was at the end.